Hello friends, how did ancient Egyptians, without modern tools or technology, create the Great Pyramid of Giza over 4,500 years ago? Why does the Great Pyramid remain one of the most well-preserved ancient structures while others have crumbled over time? Could the Great Pyramid have been something more than a tomb, as some alternative theories suggest? What secrets lie within the Great Pyramid that continue to baffle archaeologists today? How did workers transport millions of tons of stone, some from over 800 kilometers away, without wheels? What does the construction of the Great Pyramid reveal about ancient Egyptian society and its people? What can we learn from the ancient Egyptians' engineering techniques that helped them achieve the impossible? Oh, we forget our history. Let's start. I am going to do an announcement in last of my video. About 4,500 years ago in Egypt, a wonder was created that still amazes people to this day. The Great Pyramid of Giza. Towering at a height of 147 meters, it held the title of the tallest man-made structure for nearly 4,000 years. This colossal pyramid, weighing around 6 million tons, was built using enormous stones. To give some perspective, the Burj Khalifa, currently the tallest building in the world, weighs only 500,000 tons. What's truly incredible is how this pyramid was constructed. At that time, people didn't have access to cranes, bulldozers, sophisticated technology, or even wheels. Despite these challenges, they built a structure that has stood tall for 4,500 years, enduring scorching heat, storms, rain, and the effects of time. No other structure of this size and age has managed to remain so well preserved. So, how was it possible? Let's dive into the mystery of the pyramid in this video. The Great Pyramid of Giza, constructed around 2560 BCE, belongs to ancient Egypt's Old Kingdom period during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu. Pharaohs were the rulers of ancient Egypt, and when it comes to Khufu, there isn't much detailed information available about him. He was the second king of the 4th dynasty, and historians estimate his reign lasted anywhere between 23 to 60 years, depending on the source. The pyramid stands on the west bank of the Nile River. If you look at photos or videos, you'll notice it's not alone. Nearby are two other pyramids with a similar design. Among these, the Great Pyramid of Giza, also known as Khufu's Pyramid, is the tallest. The second largest is the Pyramid of Khafre, attributed to Khufu's son, and the smallest is the Pyramid of Menkaure. These weren't the only monuments constructed during that era. The Great Sphinx, numerous burial tombs, and smaller pyramids were also built. Altogether, 118 pyramids of various shapes and sizes have been identified across Egypt, although many have suffered from weathering. However, the 3 pyramids at Giza, especially the Great Pyramid, remain remarkably well preserved. The primary purpose of these pyramids was to serve as tombs for the pharaohs. The ancient Egyptians believed in an afterlife, where the soul would journey to the underworld and be judged by the gods. Those who lived righteously were granted eternal life. To prepare for this afterlife, pharaohs constructed elaborate tombs for themselves, filling them with food, treasures, jewelry, furniture, and clothing to use in the next life. After their death, their bodies were mummified and placed in wooden or stone coffins inside these pyramids. How do we know this? 2 main reasons. First, inscriptions and writings found on other pyramids and coffins describe their purpose. Second, most historical pyramids in Egypt and Sudan were used as tombs. However, no substantial evidence of such practices has been found inside the Great Pyramid of Giza itself, which has sparked alternative theories. When archaeologists examined the Great Pyramid, they discovered only 3 relics and an empty coffin, believed to have belonged to Khufu. It's thought that any treasures or jewelry originally placed inside were looted over centuries. This lack of evidence has fueled various alternative theories, some of which are rather unusual. One popular theory claims that the Great Pyramid was a power plant used to generate electricity. Supporters of this theory point to ancient Egyptian artworks they believe show light bulbs. However, there's no credible evidence to support this idea. The artworks in question actually depict scenes from Egyptian mythology. Another theory, suggested by American politician Ben Carson in 1998, is that the pyramids were granaries built by Joseph from the Bible to store grain. Archaeologists widely dismiss this as unfounded. Today, historians generally agree that the Great Pyramid was built as a tomb for Khufu. Its grandeur reflected the belief that a magnificent tomb would secure a prosperous afterlife for the pharaoh. Now, let's discuss the most fascinating question. How were these pyramids constructed? Building a 137-meter tall structure with stones weighing between 2.5 and 80 tons each, all within just 20 years, is an extraordinary accomplishment. The precision with which the stones were cut and placed is remarkable, especially without without the use of advanced tools or machinery. Contrary to popular depictions in movies, the pyramids weren't built by slaves. This misconception originated from ancient Greek historian Herodotus, but modern research indicates the workers were highly skilled laborers. They were well fed and lived in nearby worker villages. Farmers also contributed during the agricultural off-season, fostering a sense of national unity for this monumental project. Approximately 20,000 to 30,000 workers toiled for 10 hours a day to complete the Great Pyramids. The materials used included 5.5 million tons of limestone, 8,000 tons of granite, and 500,000 tons of mortar. While most stones were sourced locally, some granite came from southern Egypt, over 800 kilometers away. Copper tools were used to cut the stones, along with dolerite for tougher stones like granite. Transporting such massive stones without wheels was another significant challenge. Recent studies suggest that workers used sledges on wet sand to reduce friction. A 2014 study revealed a tomb painting from 1900 BCE showing workers pouring water in front of a sledge carrying a statue, illustrating this method. This technique significantly eased the effort of moving heavy objects. To stack the stones, a ramp system was likely employed. In 2015, archaeologists uncovered a 4,500-year-old wooden ramp at a quarry. Experts believe a straight or zigzagging ramp was used to transport the stones upward. Wooden poles and ropes helped drag the stones along the ramps, which were extended as each level was completed. This ingenious combination of tools, methods, and manpower enabled the ancient Egyptians to achieve what seemed impossible. The Great Pyramid of Giza stands as a testament to their extraordinary engineering prowess and determination. It remains one of humanity's most awe-inspiring architectural achievements, continuing to captivate and inspire people worldwide. The announcement is how Vikings shape our history. I discussed it in next video.